So first, first off, now I know for many of you here and a lot of you watching along at home, Tides of Vengeance is old news. It's been on the test realm for a couple months, but I just want to give a quick recap just to set the stage for what will follow. So key components of this update. First off, we have the new Warfront in Darkshore, as well as an update to the outdoor zone of Darkshore, as the Alliance strikes back, as the Alliance tries to reclaim this foothold in Kalimdor, to take revenge against the Horde for the crimes that they wrought upon Teldrassil in the shadow of this great tree. We also have war coming to the shores of Kultiris and Zandalar, as Horde and Alliance assaults, add new outdoor gameplay as you rally to defend your allies' cities from the enemy faction's invasion. It's a clump of world quests leading to a capper experience, again, reminiscent of the Legion assaults that we had back in 7.2, except this time around, it's the enemy faction invading as opposed to the Burning Legion. We have new island expeditions that will take you to Jorindal and Havenswood, as well as systemic improvements to island rewards, the pacing of the experience, and the way that islands are spawned. We, of course, have an all-new raid zone, the Battle of Dazar'alor. And this is something that we are incredibly excited about. This is for the first time ever, what a villain means in World of Warcraft is typically it's embodied in the end boss of a raid. When you played Burning Crusade, well, Illidan was the one who was telling you were not prepared. When you played Wrath of the Lich King, you were seeking to climb Icecrown Citadel to confront the Lich King at the end. Well, in Battle for Azeroth, if the villain is the opposite faction, why should that not be expressed in a raid zone to tell our story? And so Horde and Alliance, for the first time, will have different experiences. As on the Alliance side, as you stage an assault of Dazar'alor, on the Horde side, as you rally to defend it. Different bosses, different narratives, all set in the same place to form one intertwining story. The war campaign, of course, continues, featuring some of our favorite diminutive champions. We'll get to see Gallywix and Mekatork really go head-to-head. Of course, heritage armor for non-allied races. Blood Elves, you can learn about your heritage. Dwarves as well, as you recover lost crafting arts. But that's some of the content. We also have a ton of systems improvements coming down the pipe, many of which have been in our test realm in recent weeks, others of which are soon to follow. We're taking a hard look at the Azerite armor system as a whole, tripling the number of traits for a given spec that are going to be in each piece in Season 2 and beyond, increasing the ways in which you can obtain them, whether it's the emissaries that have been available on the live servers, or the new currency and mythic keystone system that's coming in Tides of Vengeance, and more. We have a doubloon vendor to give you greater control over the rewards that you pursue through island expeditions. We're looking at emissary rewards as a whole. We made a ton of improvements to how reputation works across multiple characters. So if you have a transmog that requires reputation, that's automatically unlocked for all of your characters. You shouldn't have to do the reputation multiple times. Or if you're trying to get that 100 Exalted Reputations achievement and feel tied to this character that you played a long time ago that has some unavailable achievements. Again, all of that progress should be account-wide. That's coming in Tides of Vengeance. We're also looking at the way Warfronts and their content is structured, and moving to a bit more of a daily cadence while you have control or while contributions are going on, so that when you finally claim Darkshore or you claim Arathi, it's not just like a mountain of quests to do all at once, bang them all out in 30 minutes, and then you're done for a week and a half, but rather world quests and other daily things that are there on a recurring basis while your faction controls it, so there are reasons to go back. Same thing with the contributions. Rather than front-loading it all as like a dozen turn-ins right away, every day there'll be new things that are required. It'll also smooth out the rate at which your faction unlocks the Warfront. We're continuing to rework PvP talents, making a wide range of class changes, and more on that front. We're also looking at how war mode works, making sure that we're properly incentivizing to calibrate risk and reward. I think if you are the underrepresented faction at a given time, maybe you should get a bit more in the way of rewards to make war mode worth your while. The goal here was always to make sure that you can have a fun and satisfying PvP experience, but that it never feels like you're being inefficient or sacrificing pursuit of your progression because you're jumping into a situation that's lopsided. So a lot more improvements along those lines still coming. And so that leads to the natural question of when will this patch be in your hands? When will this update be yours? Well, as always, and as I said at the start, we want to keep content coming as quickly as possible. But at the same time, we know that it's essential to take the time that's required to polish, to respond to feedback, to iterate, to make it the best experience that it can be, and to make it the experience that you all deserve. And so, while we'd love to get it to you sooner, Tides of Vengeance will be in your hands just over a month from now. December 11th in North America, 12th in Europe, 13th in Asia. And don't worry, the Battle of the Zarlor raid, that's coming early next year. You're not going to have to worry about progression over the holidays. And you still have a little bit of time to finish Uldir. So content should be paced as people are ready for it.